Hello everyone, I am back with the new video. Today we will discuss about the, the role of youth in a social changes. First of all, we will discuss about the youth. A youth is any person between the age of 15 years and 13 years regardless of the gender. Unfortunately, the youth are the backbone of our society and hence they determine the future of any given society. This is because all other age groups, the kids, the teenagers, middle age, and the senior citizen, on the youth and expect a lot from them. This makes the youth to be an important age group in both today's dependence on youth in the society. We, the youth, have a role to play because the future of our families, communities, and the country lies in our hands. Basically, then next we will talk about the what is the importance of youth. Youth is the backbone of our nation, so we can support the our youth. Youth can play an important role in the development of the society. Pakistan currently is the largest generation of young people ever recorded in its history, as 64% of the total population was below the age of 30 and 29% between the ages of 50 to 30 years. This is the important segment of the society and young can play a vital role in the development of the country. But this is young and able workforce is not being given their chance to shine. Unfortunately, there is a lack of opportunities, professional training institutes, and awareness for youth in our country. Educated youth is unemployed in our India and they are unable to participate in the country's development because there is a no quality of education and textbook policies and curriculum differs across the country. There is a no proper training guidance or training institute in our country where student can get professional training for their careers. Youth is now becoming a depressed segment of society. There are degrees but no jobs. There are universities but no professional education. There are schools but no different education system between elite and poor. There is a government but not a proper policy as to how they can solve these issues. Government should realize the situation and take a quick measure to save the future of the nation, that is youth. Otherwise, situation may make the youth choose more destructive path that will be detrimental to our society. Then next we will talk about the what are the responsibilities of our youth. Youth has a very important role to play for society. For that, we need to know why youth are so special. It is so because they are young, full of energy, and educated with rationality as their ultimate belief. Now, their role in society. The first role is reproduce. Reproduce not means reproduction here does not mean increase the population, but it means that they fulfill the position left by the elder, like son takes the position of father in the company. Okay, the next is protection. Youth are expected to protect their culture and tradition while at the same time makes it better and embrace changes in our society. For instance, it is youth only who becomes a part of political movement for a major change in a country. They becomes a part of armed forces to safeguard the freedom of people and so on. The next responsibility is to make a growth. The growth of our country in all the spheres like social, political and economic spheres mostly depends on youth. The with a fresh energy can perform better and ensure the growth of our society. There are many other roles of youth in the society. They are like the leading character of a movie. Youth also need take care of old ones who are now going to be dependent. In order to consider the role of youth in India, it is a helpful to first consider the overall situation in India, as this provides the context in which young people are growing up. There are two areas in a particular to consider: the transition of towards being a developed country and the changes in population. India has made great strides in technology and other areas, including the space program. However, much of the country remains unaffected by such developments, and there is still much to be done to create an inclusive society where the living conditions for the whole population are brought up to a acceptable level and absolute poverty is eradicated. The differences between castes and religions also still remain a factor in the cohesion of the population as a whole. The population of India is also still increasing substantially, and it is expected to exceed that of China by the middle of the century. The population in 2012 was estimated to be 1.22 billion, in the line with world trends. Life expectation Life expectancy has also increased in India from 62.3 years for males and 63.9 years for the females in 2001 to 2005 to uh, 67.3 years and 69.6 years respectively in 2011 to 2015. Birth rates, however, have fallen slightly from the crude figures of 22 per 100,000 population to 21 per 1000 population between 2011 and 2012, the World Bank 2040. However, given the size of the population, these still represent a large number of births. One health issue that is also particularly important is HIV and AIDS, as there are estimated to be 2.4 million people in India living with the condition, Made India 2014 reports. These are some of the key elements that affects India at present and which overreach the role of young people in the society. Then next we will talk about our conclusion. In our country, many youth activities are doing exemplary work in a special development through their efforts and will power. Take the example of Ranjit Disle, who in 2009 at the age of 21 years joined the Jilla Parishad Primary School in Maharashtra to teach the village children. After joining, he saw the poor condition of the school and tried to change it by himself. He tackled various issues like low participation and attendance of a tribal student, teenage marriage, and poor and incomplete curriculum. He changed the rancid ideology of society and successfully bridging its positive ideas to the society. Various problems are existing in our society, such as improper education, lack of hygiene, health awareness, gender basis, child marriage, child labor, and many more. The youth are effectively tackling them with the help of government. There are various youth empowerment schemes launched by the government such as National Social Services, which target outdated social beliefs and aims to improve society. Lastly, I would like to say that the role of the youth and their contribution to social service is immense. Our youth. The youth act as a change maker and a leader aiming for the benefit of everyone, eliminating the practices that hinders social development. They are empowering the people through their vision, efforts, and willpower, and they are the catalyst of our society of a positive change. India is a vast country with a enormous population that is increased quite rapidly. This is the definite move towards become a developed country, but there are still many problems to be solved. Comparing the situation in India with Western countries present challenge as the cultural and social situation is very different and there are very different belief structure. One key factor is that the young are considered to be almost the saying grace for the country. Status and economic profitability of the country. This is the set, however, against poverty and poor educational offering and achievement for the last section of the population, providing more equal opportunities for men as well as women. So there have been a great improvement in areas such as IT and space developments, which has meant that some sectors of the youth have been able to move into these areas and develop our nation as well as our society. This is all about the role of youth in social changes. Thank you.